Hey guys, welcome back to Series 3, Episode 6 of the Garden Renovations.
I think we should just rename the series to Everything But House Renovating.
Yes.
Because, again, we're not actually renovating the house, but as you're about to see in today's video, the preparation that we are still doing outside is to basically get to a point where we can carry on with the house renovations.
Until we get sidetracked and, you know, do something else.
Which is probably going to happen yet again, but as you're about to see in today's video, we actually knuckle down and build our garden shed. Okay, so if you watched our previous video, you would have seen that we've already done all of the prep work for It's a loud tractor. All of the prep work for the actual shed base, and if you wanted to see that, you can go over and watch our previous video. But in today's video, we're actually going to attempt to build our shed. And if you're interested, it's a 8 by 12 foot shed. The base is already nice and solid and all ready to go. And if you've clicked on this video thinking that this is going to be a tutorial of how to build a shed, you're wrong. I wouldn't watch it if you want to see a tutorial of how to build a shed. This is going to be a video of me, who's never built a shed, building a shed for the very first time. I tell you what would have made it easier, Holly.
What?
Move all this crap out the way. Literally left no room for ourselves. So, if you angle, yeah, you go there.
This is the point we should point out that I found one that I forgot to paint, right? So that's in line with the joist, right?
Yep, perfect. Who needs instructions?
I didn't think I'd be so excited about a shed. I'm not even going to go in it, let's be real.
No, I know you're not. I should probably point out as well, bought myself an impact driver.
It's a good day.
Makes all the difference. Right, you good holding that there?
Yeah.
So as you can see, we painted the inside of this one very badly.
It's only had one coat.
Holly said that this is one I painted. So in theory, tell you what, that is flipping bob on. Line all these up with the floor joists. Now, this is probably a good time to explain that this is a pre-built shed. I'm not building the shed from scratch.
We don't have that much time.
No. And to be honest, it's going together okay, but we've actually had the shed for probably how long? A month? 2 months?
And it's
6
rained for the
weeks?
whole month.
And we've had it stacked upright, which is probably a little bit of a schoolboy error, and it feels like every panel has got a bit of a bow into it. They're all like bananas, which is making it slightly more awkward to actually put all this together because
This one is like a banana.
It's like a banana, like an actual banana, that is. Blimey, that is a banana. I mean, look at the gap we've got at the bottom. Basically joins together in the middle, and then a gap again at the top.
I don't think silicone can fix that.
I don't think that's going to be very weather sealed, Holly. Screws to pull it together, do you reckon?
At least it's not a house. At least our house isn't like this.
Well, I mean, at least on the outside, we've got a cover strip, right?
Hopefully.
It's like a bloody banana, Holly. Oh gosh, around this tree. We're pretty close to the tree up there. Now I'm hoping that the roof does fit in behind that tree. We obviously got it as close to that tree as possible. I think the roof will go on.
I don't know.
Do you not think it will?
We'll find out soon enough.
I'm not moving it. The tree will come out if not. Tell you what, you couldn't even get any more level if you tried, Holly.
You could be lying to me now and I wouldn't even know.
Look at that. Absolutely bob on, that is. Let's check the other side. And the other side is literally perfectly level as well, Holly.
Woohoo!
I am happy.
Can you screw this in place now?
Yeah. I think we might have to call it a day in a minute, Holly.
I can't really see you.
We're in the cover of darkness right now. So as you can see, it is now morning and you should be able to see us because obviously it got way too dark. Holly has now jumped straight in first thing this morning.
I was worried that James was going to hit his head, so I thought, what better than to make sure than paint the beam bright pink.
This is Holly's like warning sign right here.
This is the only colour we had that wasn't like a mint colour, so I thought, this will help, right? You got a nice pink shed.
Are you thinking of doing this whole piece bright pink?
Well, I would like to, however, we don't have a lot of paint, so we'll just have to see how far it goes. It might get like half pink and the other half will just have to be whatever colour I can find. So we're on to the fun bit now, and that is to actually felt the shed roof. It's kind of exciting because it's really starting to take shape now, this shed. But looking at the weather forecast, the rain looks like it's going to happen any moment. Even though it looks like it's a nice warm sunny day, the temperature's dropped, it's freezing cold. So we're kind of rushing to get this done before the actual rain starts. I'll be glad to see the end of this shed, Holly. You're going to be living down here.
Kicking me out, are you?
This is your house. You do make some funny faces.
I'm trying not to fall off, fall off the roof. That's pretty much all of the nails into the actual felt now, and hopefully it's going to stay waterproof because, again, I don't want to be redoing this, but I'm sure everyone has their own ways of doing things, felting roofs. I did a bit of research. Some people say you should use a felt adhesive. Other people just say use nails. I didn't have adhesive and I only had nails, so I've just used nails. So yes, hopefully it's going to stay waterproof, and now it's just going to be a case of doing the finishing touches, doing the ends, putting the end strips on, bits of wood. I don't even know what they're called. So I suppose the question is, Holly.
Yeah.
Does that look all right? About right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Perfect.
There we go, look at that. Does that look neater?
Much neater.
I think we might have made a new playground for the cat. Again, not our cat. I'm trying to do a window, okay?
So I'm not filming you, I'm filming the cat.
Don't worry about it. Cat's more interesting. Meow. There's something really satisfying when you put a nice bead of silicone on something and then you mess it up by
Smushing it.
smushing it. And I really like the fact that when we got this shed, they actually supply this kind of tiger decorative piece of wood. Now, it's kind of like a laser cut or etched piece of wood, and we're not actually going to be painting this, going to leave it the actual natural kind of wood colour. Normally, I think it would go right at the very top of the shed up there, but we're not going to do that. We're going to be putting it onto the front of the door because I think that that kind of makes it look a lot nicer, being like eye level with the actual door. And I'm not even going to put a nail through this because I'm worried that it might be a little bit fragile and it might split. So I'm literally just going to silicone it and stick it straight to the actual door of the shed. Now I could use a spirit level on this to get it perfectly level, but as you know with sheds, most things aren't quite level. All these bits of wood are probably slightly crooked or slightly twisted, so I think it's better just to stick this on by eye and not actually do it properly level. So, as you can see now, the shed has to be about 95% done, maybe even 97.5% done. We still need to do a few finishing touches, like painting a bit more on this beam and stuff up here, but I am so pleased that we actually decided to paint the interior of the shed this kind of mint colour, white, greeny, minty type colour. It really does help bring out a lot of vibrancy in here. It does help bring the kind of the ambient light up in here a little bit. But as you can see, building a shed in the winter, a lot of mud and a lot of rain has been around us. The floor's already trashed. We've got leaves in here, we've got mud in here, so we do need to sweep this out, but we will now be able to actually start loading stuff in from the house into the actual shed, which means that we can actually get back into the house and actually start doing more renovating on the actual house. That is the main reason why we built this shed. If you're wondering why we actually still have the other shed up, it's because it's filled with stuff and I didn't want to have to empty that whole shed out before we actually build this shed. So now this shed is built, we can then offload the stuff from that shed into this shed, knock that old shed down, put a greenhouse down in the bottom end of the garden. But yes, that's basically it. And I have one question I want to ask you guys in the comment section down below. Let us know if you have ever decided to install any form of solar electricity into your sheds or garages or anything like that, because we have no power down here at this end of the garden. So there's no lighting, there's no electricity. We can't plug batteries in for drills or anything like that. So if you have any ideas about how to run solar electricity in a shed, I would love to know in the comment section down below. With all that being said, thank you so much for watching our shed build. I'm just rambling now. That's enough for me today. We'll see you soon.